Hello there. Welcome to Herrera On Hollywood. My name is Steven Herrera. I hope you enjoyed the first 3 episodes of this podcast. The first episode was an interview with Matt Patterson, who used to work in marketing for the Warner Archive collection. He went on to co-write and produce the feature film Lunamancer, which will be released on November 14th of this year, 2023, on Amazon Prime. The second and third episodes were interviews with writer and director Jeff Whitney. Jeff directed the horror films Iced from 1988 and Beyond the Door 3 from 1989. He also wrote episodes of many different animated television series, such as Animaniacs, Cow and Chicken, Road Rovers, Street Sharks, and several others. I have been a home entertainment collector for many years, starting way back on VHS. I like a lot of boutique Blu-ray labels, such as Warner Archive, Vinegar Syndrome, Shout Factory, Arrow Video, Kino Lorber, and Mill Creek. So, in addition to interviews, this channel will be me talking about discs from those various labels. I haven't figured out exactly what I'm doing, so bear with me. I wanted to follow up the Jeff Whitney interview with an episode in which I talk more about Beyond the Door 3, released on Blu-ray Disc from Vinegar Syndrome. And here's the Blu-ray Disc. See that? It's actually a combo pack. I'll open up and show you. So on the left-hand side is the DVD, and it's got the Amok Train artwork, the train on it. And on the right-hand side is the Blu-ray disc. It also has reversible cover art. So Beyond the Door 3 is a fantasy horror film. The story was originally written by Jeff Whitney, and it was based on a novel by Jerzy Kosinski called The Painted Bird. Eventually, the screenplay was written by Sheila Goldberg, and the story is about a group of American college students who travel to a remote part of Yugoslavia to witness an ancient pagan ritual. The central character in the story is an introverted girl named Beverly. And little does she know that she has been chosen to participate in this ritual, and she is to be married to the devil. There is some truly creepy scenes in this movie. After the students arrive in Belgrade, they travel in a boat to a rural village, and it's like going back in time. Strange events start happening at this village, so they flee, and they end up hitching a ride on a moving train. But the train turns out to be possessed, and the students start getting killed one by one. The special features on this Blu-ray include 3 interviews. The first is an interview with director Jeff Whitney. The second is an interview with the actor Bo Svensson, who plays Professor Andromelech. And the third is with the director of photography, Adolfo Bartoli. This is a really nice release from Vinegar Syndrome, and it's to be expected from Vinegar Syndrome. They produce a lot of high quality releases, and the picture quality is gorgeous from this Blu-ray. Show you the back of the package. There's some photos on the bottom. There's a picture there of a witch. She's in the film, and it's very, very effective witch. Very scary. So it says, shy American college co-ed Beverly Putnich has been invited to go on a class trip to a remote part of Yugoslavia to witness and take part in an ancient cultural rite. But what Beverly doesn't know is that she's actually being lured to Europe in order to be made the bride of Satan. Narrowly escaping from the clutches of a witch, Beverly and her classmates take refuge on a train. Unfortunately, black magic meets them at every turn as the train becomes possessed and begins offing them one by one. From the truly unhinged minds of maverick exploitation producer Ovidio Ossanides, Beyond the Door, The Visitor, and writer-director Jeff Whitney, Iced, Beyond the Door 3, originally known as A Muck Train, is an exploitation roller coaster that never stops one-upping its own insanity. Chock full of completely outrageous gore effects, bizarre and often surreal plot twists, and a wholly whacked-out ending, Vinegar Syndrome is elated to present the world Blu-ray debut of this notorious slice of Euro horror in a brand new 4K restoration of its original negative. Special features: it's a newly scanned and restored in 4K from its 35mm original camera negative. And I mentioned those 3 interviews. The one with Jeff Whitney is called Running Amok. And the interview with the actor Bo Svensson is called A Long Walk to Yugoslavia. And then, of course, you have the interview with the cinematographer Adolfo Bartoli. So just a really outstanding Blu-ray release from Vinegar Syndrome. This was released in 2019. And I like the interview with Jeff Whitney a lot because he talks about how he got involved in directing the film. He tells the story about reaching out to James Cameron because James Cameron worked with Ovidio Ossanides on Piranha 2. So Jeff was able to talk to Cameron to get some advice from him before he started working on this project. There's a lot of things that Jeff Whitney mentions in this interview that he does not mention on the interview that I did with him for my podcast, and vice versa. So the 2 interviews complement each other very well. I will say that Jeff deserves a lot of credit for bringing all the elements of this film together and keeping everything on track and making it a coherent story. I know that he was under a lot of pressure when he was directing this film. And there's some really gorgeous scenes in the movie. You have a scene where a couple of the students are on a raft, on a small boat that they found, and they're on a lake, and the camera is tracking them as they move across the lake. And it's just a very beautiful shot out in the woods with these trees around them. So there's not just gore and special effects, there's also some really beautiful shots in the film. So I highly recommend Beyond the Door 3, released on Blu-ray Disc from Vinegar Syndrome. So that's what this podcast is going to be. It's going to be me talking about discs, Blu-rays, DVDs. I hope you'll enjoy it. Thank you for watching. Thank you for listening. And I'll talk to you soon. Bye.